mame ma ha emfa wo emra think media efidie kese no so adwumadie a wani ene waso eguso a wo hwe na wotie eye sinipen adwumadie ensem a ekoso ewo Ghana ene amanhodo so ye sinipen ne ya sinikoso ne ya kirechiremu ne ya baabemu sedebe ya wonso so obetumi anyemu entiase ne emu hunumu me amedi adwumadie hu chia me ye frame dache hene nana yawo asante on the able wings of Jackson Ntiamoa and the production crew and amegidemu na ena ewie yi ye de adwumadie yi esumo enoma hodo no ene nsema hodo na koso ewo oman Ghana emu okopiemu ewo ye mrahye badwafia ensem bi koso hu se members of parliament ebi wo NDC na ebi nso wo MPP no etumi akọ electoral commission ho eni na akọ di nkomo aka kire ne se ayade a aba ye kwakotu 2024 7 December no woni enyina MPP ya na NDC tickets so ebiom we ema petition no ekọ speaker eho Emmanuel na no di esem ebeto odwa kire mu se sa nipa makomako nan ya ade a waje omun konwa afre omun nsemu a omun tumi emma mrahye bedwem mu na embedi adwuma se mrahye bedwefo emfa mma se ye NDC ana MPP ana ze woni constituency sansem ne ye bekom mu no majority leader honorable Afenyo Markins e di nkrata tentententen e di ababonti a wo kirem se ade a the speaker ye no a premeditated man on NDC for akwose sumase na omuaka ade aboa so omode babaye aban serebe a government business no entome nkoso esane se ono ne nsusuye mu no oni na akwakodi nkomo ma issues no kura wo court ne ade a anka awose wode anidie no emma court na mum esane se na wo pese se koba ne se NDC mpo ewini a wo se giremu a speaker for the second term ninti na oye NDC woni bid sansem no ye be ekom se okopie mu ewo Amenfi Central onim se Joanna Jan a ono na obeye parliamentary candidate edima NDC amanyokuo no nsem bi ko general court ma court kraka se kopim se ebedi nsem na wie na nyade a obetumi agina nanso anaso wafre ne ho se oye parliamentary candidate enu mu no electoral commission agina so atwero nkrata de abre no se ene oni ne ntumi nya adwuma bi bana se wontumi nkare ne ho se woye parliamentary candidate enti ade a wadi disqualify no e de free 2024 parliamentary race no mo eno na NDC amanyoko no enura woni ye press conference o pa just the electoral commission ye no sebi ebru sebi nyado asembra no onyanti ase won kona lawyers for ahodo e wono entumi entunefo asane se election na won di kan ekoye enu ntia obi gina so di asem no court no sa election no aboni nyina egu akwakoye election fufuro a eni se anka electoral commission no etumi twro sa enkrata no MPP fu e wo ho e pa kire se ade a NDC for trinity omonsa woni so se omo ana ye yodium ehihye kire ema asem no ekọ court omoso ade nkiremu aba se NDC for omanya omontokwa na se efro mo so a mamumfa mo san cheche MPP for so omontra se no mo nko mo ntokwa efono mo a na so mo wie na nyansa ba no mbetumi abagina mo magina na afi yakọ abato nso sa pepe na enei ubepiem wa wotwi hyen moto wa wodi fuel eye adwuma ni ade otumi ho se yade a prices no a shutu edi yakosoro ebreba ho a ye bemnya saadaje na te se yatumi awuram ye ni mpanyimfo edi nkomo what has been the cause ye call elections efu ebo kosoro a adien so ena de bebre aban no e from da chen ne na ya asante ye gina we so atwan ho aba ye ba ye de nkomodidie no e be hyase.
When voters elect a candidate, they do so based not only on the individual's personal qualities, but also on the political party.
Antiama sadi in tomato sauces. With me the deep with me the deep among. And it took go. Wow, and the map of love is sun. And near fekeke.
Wafa, I fed the news on occasion Habidu.
And you news now what in the beer once and a miko. You will make anti-ama sadi in tomato sauces. With base to cocoa gallery, I'm a pro.
Sadi in tomato sauce. Oba Tampa. Sewu pedudu etua. Press 0302 790 353. Ingratui. Edi Fwajiatu.
Think Media Expert, your one-stop shop for all your audiovisual and events management needs. Concerts, festival, corporate events. We have the latest stage and trusses, lighting equipment, and LED screens to make your event unforgettable. Our team of experts specialize in sound production and audiovisual live streaming, ensuring that your event sounds and looks amazing. Our event setup and sound studio are equipped with the latest technology, staffed by experts, ensuring that your events run smoothly and that your audio content is of the highest quality. At Think Media Experts, we are committed to providing our clients with exceptional service and high-quality audiovisual solutions. Contact us today to learn more about our packages and services.
Locate us 100 meters off the Swan Lake Junction, Otublohum Street, North Kaneshi, Accra.
Think Media Experts, your #1 event house.
Aba ye toa enkomo no so ewo ha medical culture o se me ba me no ebe wura Amanfi Central na afi ya hwe edi sa enkomo no ewo ho General Secretary and as a constituency secretary no ewo ho quickly NTB amekwa ahoma no so na afi me ne di enkomo na me bisa ne se ade na ekoso primarily ewo constituency wo sa ne se as we speak yenim se there have been new procedure and as a new injunction and as a new procedure be NDC for filing a court against the decision of the Electoral Commission to say will be disqualify when a candidate. And no more no omodika ka say idea omo serve the Electoral Commission and case ni yebefre ama Electoral Commission akọ court akwa year no the entire will disqualify when a candidate name udu constituency where we really want to look at the atmosphere in the constituency. Let an ebe to Jano saying ena koso ewo ho Nathaniel Kofi Samuel constituency secretary edema NDC ewo Amanfi Central Kofi Damwa Obenigase memo ha
Yejo
Bibia kama die
Oh, Oba dear Adaroma, Yahoyapa.
Mammy Miss out the atmosphere in the constituency as we speak, saying Senate here.
Okay, the atmosphere in constituency is, let me say, mixed feelings, right? Sense, in fact, in a state of limbo. Assembly every constituency, assembly every regional, assembly every national. Based on an annual pronouncement, if the Electoral Commission by a fact in constituency, the atmosphere in Amanfi Central, meaning best and yet the best. But Yeguso, Yaminti Yeguso.
Kofi yɛbɛtoa so bet me pesa o tene ho kakra ma mechia ho kɔ benkum so kakra ne yɛwɛ wala no ɛbɛtumi agine mu a ɛno Kofi wala na yɛ bibia ho wala ne twitwa si on za bibia bia na wo gina akwa ho so wobɛtumi achia gina dua bia hyɛ ma me a wala ne twitwa
me drive unti ma pake wo baby.
Okay. But Kofi, quickly, Enura and mo party mpanimfoɔ ɛwɔ national ɛyɛ press conference ɛdebetu bia sɛ the electoral commissioner ɛyɛ no wanyɛ the ɛwɔ so ɔyɛ san sɛ election krontia nkrɔfoɔ no ɛkɔ court no ɛnɛ yi saa election mo abo egu asa yɛ election foforɔ nti the electoral commission yɛ no ɛnya de a edi mu ama ɔmo akɔ file new shoot ewo court and no mamu a certain bit of relief our constituency.
Okay, that's again, you know, so very faint, but material is as the electoral commission and I may have court file a new suit our court and relief.
Yes,
exactly.
Yes, that is it.
Yes, near Tiana say. Sabi minimum wodi about when ya kwasa ye share democracy as na ye chance yes to bay in the history of Ghana ebia I stand to be corrected in the history of Ghana and bia ba a far an individual who parliamentary candidate who electoral commission adekra bia ba bontin say what seminar a walk court to Nintino, yea, electoral commission for a no a bibia and ye into a crack yababontin say you are disqualified. At that pronouncement and say free court and about. And yet say a free electoral commission. Electoral commission there, why a referee see answer the over buating. You agree, you just here. Electoral Commission, the Anankedim say, will be qualify for candidature. And near maybe a while on my Electoral Commission for no. Omidi Gugu, Quamu, a dear dance, say, would this some raise so far? Yet the whole Ejina ever can see more and ye. Number one. I say, Bia, won't fear Unya 18. Ebia, Sabe, what dream how kakra. Ebia, voter ID card, no, assembly or ebia ukuta dual citizenship ebia nipo propose nipo second day omo omutai wachi obi ewo assembly ewo the voter ID one number I mean any eniema bia edi adanse say we gina enyeye na step onipa no qualify and my onipa no law court seal to be or assembly ewo baby a that doesn't concern you. Ma court no enkanchire wo electoral commission say. Sa nipa we na odene krata abrem say mun process na ogin abato mu wo. This very constituency or that constituency nipa no. Yen court yen strate mu say sa nipa we asem wo no. Na asem we ha odi for anasa asem no yen kan wie. Enti mu process the document na enye ye. That as I say, free court number. And what the entire electoral commission, I didn't I jump into conclusion. Now, all things can be just look at the statement where assembly our court since May. Because of that, into the day, court for no air again, I'm a process or document. Assembly. And then away. A deliberate attempt by the Electoral Commission to get our parliamentary candidate off from the contest.
Okay.
Deliberate.
Okay.
Bibiana wa woka a bit of convince and say, Sabi, I swear, Yanamunina, a Juma. Yea, Amanyuko for the Yadamo Electoral Commission, a Juma. Electoral Commission, Monsoni. I can wait ni Papa Mumponum Kamotia, send me say ya. Kazamu Flying, Namubi say, it says, Crofono, Modia, Sam Court, no. More Electoral Commission, Crano, Mukrampono, yes, Sama Mubi. Yes, some more electoral commission be. Yes, some are NDC and so be. Okay. It hadn't did a moment quitty a quick chain. Now for the more cancer uncle from the Mubuya thing. I mean, yeah, tears here and yeah.
Now,
However, the Oka, you know, a process be a yashas here. And so a baby working perfectly. So, there's no Supreme Court. Supreme Court say, your friend on notice of poll. I'm a few century at the end of the year. I'm buying for Mama name print.
Okay.
You did some baby, you won't say, you did for well, they should go ahead. You never now, your mammy, and Funny, as I said, a back crack, so you come to about 7 December.
Okay. You know, I'm so, Enra, Minister Constituency for not say, Speaker of Parliament, Eddie, I just say, Mwempi o jina mwane musisia waye wukuo anase NDC kuo ebana waye MP a wajina mwane musisia no ane yaboni nasu tuya want to me ye member of parliament bio nti efri ne akopim se yebeto aba no bibi ebekoso wo parliament se ebe discussing ya de no as Amenfi Central munya representation bia wo parliament bio ade a news ne ba no na mo gini yie
minia we say me dia reporter di you no me custom
yeah jena olano ro glass ne bra fum kakra ma na mfra vire vire
asɛm kasa ɛbaa yɛ no nyasɛm a ɛyɛ me dɛ ɛsiane sɛ yɛn papa ononyamfoɔ kwakyɛ ka anka wobɛtumi ayɛ ho bibi me nuadeɛ teɛ ne sɛ abatoɔ mu no ɛnyɛ deɛ wopɛ ɛna da biara wonya abatoɔ mu wonya ne sa na mmom in the interest of the party ɛna the larger majority na wo representing no sɛ asɛm bi te sɛn koraa you let it go na asevu o integrity very unfortunate say nura speak gina nemaso na odesa empanyifo ya yanka say parliamentary candidate ka ho edi to dwa say the working if you na ekono onye MPBM very unfortunate very unfortunate na me mo bi hu say ade yanka ya papa ebetumi asia no nanka nsema ya sha ase dada anantia babedru sabri no enanka yenyina ye bo ayede etri ebobo ho ye hu se abani yakwakoto legitimately no e maame no onwene ekrofo num ne ginan e no onwene abana kasa ne yeto ye no e ya ba yato amana nwene na emom ebia omo filing of nomination ena crack asemu no bibi ba kom ye no bi ankoyi yato abana wie in the interest of party you have to go. No one no one bufu enema eka papa announcement onso of akrata odi akwakogina independent amana kwawi ebia akwakwawi very unfortunate but the decision is make it nti ya de beka dia ya me ya ne say free sab be kopem 7th January 2025 yeah check Ghana agudie bia yeah Amenfi Central yeah do bia obeji bia mayen na yeah very unfortunate but sana akwa ye ne asem ye beka
okay but me di wo sie no ma me mbisa o yes or no question we mo parliamentary candidate aye Joanna Jan one constituency chairman omuntem ego anaze ngo
Bacho, also no, what's the parliament? Any question I had
mo parliamentary candidate Joanna Jan, one mo constituency chairman, one omuntem no ego, and I say ngo. Ego boko, but many years no say constituency chairman na owo and I'm saying 70 ya suspended ne kakra ya gini dibre ne kakra ya ma
onipa foforɔ nti na bɛdi akyire no na sɛsi a ɔyɛ constituency chairman me who which of them are you are referring to
meka the original sɛsi as a constituency chairman no
okay almost tofa ɔne no ɛyɛ perfect
but baako no the yi na di no
mene wo kasa yi ɔwɔ yɛ nkuro baako so a yɛfrɛ hɔ kwakubu a yɛ maame Joanna ɔyɛ health screening ɛwɔ nkura bɛn saa mpɛtɛm wɔ nyinaa adɔktafoɔ nkono nurses and medical personnel ɛna ɔde ɔma ba a ɔmo ba bɛhwɛ ɔma pɔmuden yɛayɛ saa adwumadie ɛwɔ nkuro 9 so ɛna deɛ yɛ American yɛ the fourth community the fourth community
omoye enti but they are suspending the there oni ni ntemu nye
ewo ho enti omo ntem de boni bia ne ho
but they are suspending no oni ni ntemu ngo
oh they are suspending no ma me no any problem bia ya ma me ankasa Joanna ene ye yaje ne na ho ade ne kakra eye nua bakayoko ɔne ne problem bia ɛyɛ party mu ɛna ɔmɔwɔ
okay
enti me nhyɛ da ni adanse sɛ ɔne no ɛwɔ problem bia problem bia ne hɔ yeah
dena ma me na wase awie bibia chi adwen so ɛbɛsa ba hɔ na afei yɛne wa ba bɛdi nkɔmɔ
yeah me nua me so da say very unfortunate sɛ me tika mu ntina ma network na yesa next time ne bia ɛwofia ne yɛdi nkɔmɔ yie
merase constituency secretary a no ewo Amenfi Central na mene no atwitwe enkomo no ente bia na ebeba studio Nicholas na Pia Bodi ano director of research at the NDC Youth Wing in the Western Region obepie mu ewo the National Communication Bureau where National Communication team member ono ababe coming so ha sanso na ente bia the MPP rep one so eba be coming sa Benjamin Apia Jewu dudu no efre no Bengazi ono so ba be coming sa na afi enkomoni ya twetwe medical culture will say the MPP from the same constituency in Nra a press conference e ka say NDC for started the one in sa church mo so mo ka ho bi na ensem no akwakoba ne sa but answer ye be ko ahoma no so no Nitrin also free sa constituency you
wana me free
we NDC
ni mapa
die ntina mo nsensem e ba ye mo hyase e de for the MPP for yi
dache hene me da se ana mechia o asanso achia ahwefo nyina dache de tene se Amenfi Central constituency
but so bodue mame na mene Sulemana Abdul Razak ono eye constituency secretary edema MPP amanyoko na nra eno mo yes press conference general bibia boko de Openyi Razak
yes boss
ahonde wo ho
nyame adom me ho ye
da twedi ampo ase yenim say nra anopa around 9:30 there about and am here press conference mo cheche mu say ayade a entokwa a ACA ewo NDC fuo mu ewo Amenfi Central na omo de omo nsa kyerɛkyerɛ omo so say mumu ka ho bi entokwa esi wo NDC amanyoko ni mu no ewo Amenfi Central no portion be na mumu play ewo mu
yo minua me da se awie na me fan chia peace infama wati fo ayeti ofidi kronkron yi bibi minua MPP for the 77 yet ya baby yanka bi hwemu ene be se nansa na ye NDC for wo Amenfi Central kokoye press conference mo communication director na edano around the press conference mo ye no mo semo mo kan se omo suse nsemo asebe ekoso wo mo party no between NDC parliamentary candidate no and electoral commission no omo suse NPP for wo Amenfi Central no ye chechire na ye electoral commission yodium said the beya oba disqualify omo parliamentary candidates na kakra ye kan say NDC for na anya e bi NDC for na ne electoral commission anya na ye MPP for there e fa ho na no de hen na mpanyimfo sɛ sɛbe obi twa ntroto so wote na wanyi ano a ahwe na nto no yesa na da ababada ne no kore na ntie ho behia sɛ yɛn so as MPP a free press conference ne yɛ free some show for ne ma mo te ase na mo ma man wi ase amansa nyina te ase sɛ ensɛm a ɛkɔ so wɔ NDC amanyɔkuo no yɛn MPP for sɛ bisɛ bɛmfa yɛ ho yɛ ni nsa wom yɛ ni nan wom na deɛ etwa yɛn so no mu koraa ne sɛ menua ensɛm a aba wɔ NDC amanyɔkuo no mu ɛyɛ NDC amanyɔkuo nankasa ɔmo nim baabi ansɛm ne free pɔtee paa ne gyina bra baabi efiri ɛhyɛase ansa na sɛ bɛ ɔmo bɛkɔ ɔmo primaries nom ansa na ɔmo bɛkɔ primaries ne bɛwie yɛ nsɛm a ɛkɔ mu no nyinaa ɔmo yɛ aware ɛna sɛ woyɛ no to nkyɛn a mpanyinfo asɛbe ɔmo tae anasɛ nkurɔfoɔ a ɔmo de asɛm yi kɔɔ court ɔmo kɔgye injunction de bɛto ɔmo peace ne so no saa nkurɔfoɔ yi nyinaa yɛ NDC amanyɔkuo no mabunu ma paa ɔmo yɛ card bearing member of the NDC nti ɛba ne sɛ na mo amanyɔkuo a mo nkurɔfoɔ de mo PC akɔ court ɛnam election na mo hold yɛ ho na mo ntumi an control saa internal affairs no na ma so asɛm yi bamba saa mana bedu bia sɛ bia ni ayɛ nyan na sɛ bɛ sɛ bɛnfo sɛ bɛnto kwaforo wa na ato akeka nti no baabi adu no mu ayɛ di nti na mo de saa mo nsɛm yɛ bɛbɛ fɔre ɛyɛ MPP foɔ ɔbra yɛ ni mo hwee nti yɛ frɛ press conference no ma amanfoɔ ni bia sɛ mansa nyinaa te sɛ Amemfi Central MPP foɔ yɛ ni NDC foɔ ni twaka bia
okay
yɛ ni interest bia wɔ deɛ ɛkɔ so wɔ NDC amanyɔkuo no
okay
yɛn ɛnam sɛ yɛhu ɔmo sɛ ɔmo yɛ development partners nti yɛkora no yɛ sympathize with them yɛyɛ ka kyerɛ NDC foɔ no sɛ ɔmo nya abotrɛ no ɔmo nsiesie ɔmo fie yie na nsɛm a abɛtɔ ɔmo fie na ɛde ɔyɛ ne kɛseɛ ɛbrɛ ɔmo no ɔmo nsiesie na animanim ya na ɔmo ayɛ candidate na MPP foɔ yɛ ne saa candidate ne nkɔ election afie yi na yɛn beating for the first time in Amemfi Central na yɛn seat ne firi NDC foɔ nsɛm
okay but
yɛyɛ bɛma sɛ bɛ yɛn suro kunti yɛn pɛ sɛ asɛm bɛtɔ obi fie na yɛde yɛn no adjubilate nti yɛsuma wɔn ɛbɔ mpa yɛn ma wɔn sɛ nyame nyɛ wɔn adɔm no mutumi siesie wɔn nsɛm ne ntumi nya healthy election based on ideas and what policies.
But you know, mami misa o chairman constituency na me kan wagina baabi aka da sɛ ɛyade a ɔmo bɛ make sure sɛ Joanna Jan want to me enko saa election wagina baabi aka sa
so pa ne wo form kakra so be pagya kakra mami a
na me bisa sɛ o constituency chairman wagina baabi da aka sɛ anya de a wɔno bɛhwɛ ama Joanna Jan atumi akɔ election yi da
me chairman nyina baabi a nkan sa asɛm no me chairman nyina na ebe de na MPP chairman tumi aka sɛ ma Joanna Jan or NDC ni enko election busa for me Mr. Assembly me chairman onye major stakeholder in NDC onye NDC executive member onye NDC ordinary member enti eba na tan na bia sabi onye executive member of your party onye ordinary member of your party even onye even sympathizer of your party tumi ka say ono ma kwan ma wo parliamentary candidate onko election when na busa ntro mfo ntokwa efono wa na ato akeka na eba na say na chairman or different party because ma obi candidate onko election is that possible in Ghana here
ma me misao does the NPP has any plan say enei so moko court na say court no ekogi tum say Joanna Jan ne hu son sa brobe obetumi a contest here. Does the MPP has any plan of taking an issue about Joanna Jan to court to restrain him from contesting the elections?
Yeah, MPP for here ni NDC ni Joanna Jan ni case bia. Omun say sorry you know. Me ni say what say MPP ni bi wa Amemfi Central hard na no ato omun sem no. Ye ni NDC for ni issue bia. The ni say electoral commission na referee. I'll be organizing election, and all other political parties are NDC for Kahu. And the name say, yeah, candidate we. And this NDC for so my ready some contest with dia. Almost my candidate said the other political parties, even including independents, so let me my candidate, you know. NDC for so my candidates, any of our election way. We don't take delight in the fact, say, party B, Emu Ayens and so on, I say, how about no. We want a healthy competition. Yeni NDC for our election on Amemfi Central since 1992. My brother and Craig woman say NDC winning Amemfi Central seat, you know, for almost 32 years. You have switched hands between 3 MPs from Dr. Bu or 12 years. Yeni George Atabai or 12 years. And I'm praying Papa Kwachi and Tabby also 8 years, Okaboma, 32 good years. And I this for BT or Memphis Central. I fear in inform me at SSM, paying for service, also and soon, also answer, and I would do Mudu. I'm Memphis Central for say, I have 2 Obama party back, a year. It's a Naya Buki, I got Thai MPP candidate, no, Mr. Dr. Abetru Dwakochi, near Kotuaba man say boom, near Kotuama, Dr. Mahmoud Baum, yes, and for Serbia, Sunjano, a horn on the Bajana. And the MPP, the catcher and this for the sake. Every beer, I less in beer, will be tea on fair grounds. After way, Mununkum no abbo. Before from your business and Yuma and this MPP for your say by winning. A percentage you winning on fair grounds. And this NDC for Mupel, among pay, among my candidates. Any candidate in election, no. Now you got trouble in Yamuza fear for the first time in history. Inshallah, MPP for yes, we have to manage it for NDC for them, Memphis Central.
Okay, Razak,
so we will say seminar. Now very healthy competition with Memphis Central.
Razak, I mean, I say, BBC Agency has a banafi, Yababetua, and Common so. Suleiman Abdul Razak, a constituency secretary, Edema MPP Amanyukono, Memphis Central. He will candidate for one region or the other, Wako PM or court, I'm a court, taking a decision on him or her. You feel say a MPP for and a yes, Edma.
That's it, but me say there is a possibility. Say in politics, anything is possible.
Okay.
But let me go to the substantive issue. That's me nim Razak Yipa or Madam Fo. Me sansu nim teachers somewhere, Kofi somewhere, or me secretary na Memphis Central.
Okay.
Most of the things are associated with that. On the 13th of May, 2023, and I call primaries at Memphis Central. Across the length and breadth of Ghana, near Twabe, your parliamentary candidates. In a Memphis Central constituency, we voted in here. I know you know that place.
Yeah.
I'm proud to say, sir, during that elections, I was the party agent for John Dramani Mahama for president and Kwatiaka for MP. I have worked with Kwatiaka for so many years. First term in parliament, I was his PA. Second term in parliament, got to appointment being Tinuna close to Accra. And I couldn't work with him, but I was with him throughout. And the last time I saw Honorable Kwati was on the 31st of August in Takoradi. He was the chairman of that particular program.
Okay.
And the party aside, Honorable Kwatiaka is not only my MP, but a family member.
Okay.
But the fact is that we should always put party first ahead of individuals. And these are things we have spoken about even yesterday in Nidinkomo. The
trajectory our fan politically was very detrimental to us.
That's it. Make me too full. As me Bema, I wouldn't say me to me grandfather for, but me share my dream or the next person. So me can't me to honorable kwachi for. Now I'm being very disrespectful. Esa say be your brother born me mondu half, and age I would know. I'm not even close by. Into the TNS say he is a mature personality. Decision we're taking will weigh options and we say maybe to help him. But me as a party officer, no, what I think they said there was a good way of solving this issue than going independent. And I've made it clear to him. The American say on the 13th of May in Hiawa, the ballot papers were counted and the Honorable John Ajankujo won the election free and fair because I was there.
Okay.
After the elections in the subsequent year, and people went to court. Jedu Frimpong, the lead petitioner, is a friend of mine. The concerns were raised and they said, Honorable Joanna Jan, the voter ID card or the buyer no and yenidia. And a party card or the free bantama buyer and so no yenidia.
Okay.
I'm not privy to these matters. I can't speak to them.
Okay.
Case a court, no. Personally, I feel we could have solved it internally. Because the moment what they were assembled to a bonting as a court emremuno. Now you are virtually giving your case to the state.
Yeah.
Because in Tiasiama, I'm very much convinced party from national to region did their possible best to resolve the matter.
Yes.
I am privy to a discussion now the party's campaign manager Honorable Alabi, Eba constituency.
Yes.
Our party chairman
Was in the
constituency.
Running mate.
The running mate was there. Inyama Anko Benkromu. The latest person to have come there was Mustafa Bandi.
Yes.
Which I'm privy to. I believe strongly, sir, you see, going into 2024 elections, you have more seats in parliament. The Razak kind is very true. From 1992, Oba Amenfi Central is the only seat in the Amenfi enclave.
NDC
the NDC, yeah, transfer settle now.
But first also say, more transfer for almost 32 years, but developmental works in the constituency, very poor.
Nan can perceive me hold the Razak in his tracks. The Okanya is a palpable falsehood. I will agree, sir, ya kwanye. Say ya kwanye Razak. Your government is in power. PH has been the DC for almost 7.5 years.
Okay.
He has been changed. Honorable Alex has come. He's MP for DC for MPP. Sabi, that's unim. Sir, MPs doesn't involve in developmental projects.
You
technically.
You lobby.
Thank you, you lobby. But the DC is the direct presidential rep there. And Razak Ebedinaha Airborne and say development is lacking. And you should go and ask PH what he did.
Okay.
He was a special aide to PH.
No.
Razak is a friend of mine. But Okase, I'm in Fifth Central and Numa. Razak is a lecturer at the Cape Coast Technical University. My grandfather is in Memphis Central. He has been there from time memorial. My parents are there. They are always drinking water. And to Ubana Seme Sinaka say,
Abia, we is just by the by, we were say. But medical culture will say, and no maybe an essence and somehow would be a C or parliament. Speaker of Parliament, some members of Parliament and so share their opinions. The speaker and some opinions of some members of Parliament. Now we go grounds onto our discussions.
I'm Honorable George Kufiata, the former MP for Amenfi Central.
They represent. Party switching or defection, therefore, can be seen as a breach of the mandate and social contract between the Member of Parliament and the electorate. These constitutional safeguards ensure that Members of Parliament remain accountable to both their parties and the electorate. If Article 97(1)(g) and H were to apply only in future parliaments, it will render these provisions effectively superfluous. By the time the next parliament is constituted, any member of parliament who has defected or swayed political allegiance during the current parliament will no longer be in violation of the provision. Accordingly, I proceed to inform the House that by the notification of the polls, the following members of parliament have by their actions vacated their seats in parliament. The resultant effect on the composition of this House would be that the NDC would have 136 seats, while the MPP would have 135 seats. That's making the NDC the majority party.
A conspiracy between the Speaker and the minority to bring confusion in the House. It is clear that Mr. Speaker avoided service of the writ to do the bidding of the NDC. The majority caucus immediately are boycotting Parliament until this matter is determined by the Supreme Court.
Abuja yakoya ya san aba the speaker any the majority leader Afenyo Markins medical culture say na anope press conference so no there have been some discussions mpanyinfo bi aba bontia aba beka obi to say Professor Ramford Jampo aba beka say the decision of the speaker Ed Makokwe Ed Bagman has also aired. Nkrofo bebre seeking the interpretation to Article 71, Article 91G, senior etieno, whether or not say the speaker here no was right. Emrano Amayati as say where a provision becomes very ambiguous, and now said there is a different interpretation to one provision. Such provision should be referred to the Supreme Court for a clearer interpretation. People are arguing say the speaker no take the work of the Supreme Court by interpreting that particular provision and ordinary decision. Abba Ebisu Patcher say that provision is not ambiguous, and you don't need an interpretation from the Supreme Court to be able to make a decision on such issues. Yebesha na afi Benghazi ebeka yensa no MPP rep no beka yensa na afi we take his perspective from that angle. Nitrin Nkrofo can say the speaker making that decision he erred. In principle, do you think the speaker erred?
That's it. So you move from a central issues now about different issue. That's it. I mean, can emphatically say the Speaker of Parliament did not err, and I'm going to prove it. You educate among four. Yeah. Essence, you were 3 arms of government, and these 3 arms of government, Akadebia said they are independent. And this independence, it is not only in their functions.
But the independent is not sacrosanct. It is subject to the law. And so even though you are independent, we are the say it is against the constitution. You can as well be brought back.
I'm coming there. You see, the independence of the 3 arms of government, it is in both the personnel and their functions.
Yes.
And it is Parliament will do anything. Parliament have their own rules and standing orders. See, I can't say we are very, very honest and avoid hypocrisy. What the minority now is doing, led by Fanny Markin, is hypocrisy. Why am I saying this? This same minority, a banner for Mina issue, last 4 years, they petitioned the speaker. The Formina MP was withdrawn from Parliament and he came in as independent. First point, anybody that goes to the House of Parliament is either you are going on the party ticket or you are going independent. Most people who enter Parliament, if they had gone on their own accord without any party ticket, they wouldn't have won.
Antiama sadi in tomato sauces with me deep with me the and it took wow, and the map of love is done. And near Fekeke.
Wafa, I fed the news on occasion. Have you?
And you news now what in the beer once and a make you will make Antiama sadi in tomato sauces with base cocoa gallery. I'm a pro.
Antiama sadi in tomato sauce. Oba tampa. Sewo pedudu etua. Press 0302 790 353. Ingratitude.
Think Media Experts, your one-stop shop for all your audiovisual and events management needs. Concerts, festival, corporate events. We have the latest stage and trusses, lighting equipment, and LED screens to make your event unforgettable. Our team of experts specialize in sound production and audiovisual live streaming, ensuring that your event sounds and looks amazing. Our event setup and sound studio are equipped with the latest technology, staffed by experts, ensuring that your events run smoothly and that your audio content is of the highest quality. At Think Media Experts, we are committed to providing our clients with exceptional service and high-quality audiovisual solutions. Contact us today to learn more about our packages and services.
Locate us 100 meters off the Swan Lake Junction, Otublohum Street, North Kaneshi, Accra.
Think Media Experts, your #1 event house.
Yakwaya asan ba ya twa enkomo no so ewa ha ne twe na wa no gu so a wo kasa ansana na was here try ho quick.
That na me say the speaker never aired. We want to educate people. He didn't air because 3 MPs about parliament on party ticket. Cynthia Mamle Morrison, we have the MP for Memphis Central, MP for Suhum, and the MP for Fominape Nebai as independent candidates.
Yes.
Now, me say people might have voted for them not because of their personalities. People voted for them because they came on party ticket. And I believe, say, if at a point in time, or as the MP can say, many party na enemy bar parliament na nkobium na me call as independent na sebe only party na nini. Because as I told you, in the House of Parliament, you either go as independent or you go on party ticket. And clearly, there is a precedent for the speaker to learn from. Now, me can say, as individuals in politics, we must avoid hypocrisy. And when I hear the press conference by the current minority leader, Fenyo Makeno, I saw hypocrisy and misplaced anger all around him. Esan say, as someone speaker Okui, Eddie D. Formina MP, Andrew Makwesi Yamano, they were okay with it. His seat was declared vacant. Me who say, Afenyo Makin then, as deputy to his current, the former leader, no, Echo Court, seeking interpretation. So if you saw it to be good, and that seat was declared vacant, Nasi Siano Speaker Gbagben, I apply the same rule to clear people of the NDC MPP side aside, and making NDC the majority there you are going to court. Meaning, I agree perfectly with you. Sir, if there is any issue about interpretation in the constitution, the place to go is the Supreme Court. Yes. But the fact of the matter is that you think that if every decision in the House of Parliament, the Speaker who is presiding, say, obey who do on. Now we're trying to say, court and rule, can Parliament run? But Parliament can never run.
This one was bordered on the constitutional provision.
Why I disagree with you, say,
yes.
A constitutional provision. Enya novel. Enya de na bi nsi da. Akunya wutimi. Se wotenemu na de obi ayeda are accepted by the practices of this media house. Now also ye me catch us you're wronger. You not agree. You think so why would I be would they say I'm wrong? While the first person was right? And the fact is that the Parliament of Ghana, they have their own standing orders. Yataka de Bia say Parliament, quote and unquote, is a law unto itself. If anybody thinks that what the speaker did was wrong and must seek interpretation, fair enough. But to tell me, say, the speaker should have held on and waited for the law court to decide, no, now you're not being fair to Babel.
Is that not our laws, say, where there is a distinct view on a certain provision of the Constitution? Emrano and Speaker Babin is a lawyer.
Yeah.
One would expect, say, he should have known better. Say, the provision was clear. Say, one particular provision in the Constitution, that provision should be referred to the Supreme Court for an interpretation.
That's what makes that provision in the Constitution distinct and having an ambiguous interpretation.
It is because the MPP for have different meanings to it.
It doesn't make the provisions distinct.
Also have a different meaning.
Doesn't make the provisions distinct at all. You see, the House of Parliament is a house where they engage in productive debate. That you don't expect, say, anything the NDC brings, MPP will jump on it. This particular issue, no, it was raised by former leader of the NDC, Haruna Idrisu. On no chance, I said no. So long as some members in the House, no, virtually are shifting from their party, going independent, i.e. Cynthia Morrison, Kujua Sante, Honorable Kwachiaka, and one particular person who has shifted, being an independent to MPP, no, they must test the law. That you don't expect, say, the moment he said that, you know, MPP will jump on it. MPP, they are smart people, they are politicians. They know very well, say, what Haruna Idrisu was saying, they will be in the minority. Essentially, what is happening now, no, MPP is having 135 seats because Ome lose 2 seats plus Andrea Makwesiama, and NDC has 136 seats, i.e. Kwachiaka no more an MP on the side of the NDC. And quite obviously, I believe if you are educating the public, there is no lacuna here. There is no misinterpretation. That in the law is not ambiguous. What the law says, they say, the moment you cross, you leave your political party and go the other side, and I go independent, no, you forfeit your seat in the House. And Enramiti Speaker Gbagbe, no, he was emphatic. Say, the people would have voted for you not because of your personality, not because of the fact, say, you are Kwache, you are Cynthia Morrison, you are Kujua Sante, but the party brought you. That is why we have the whip system in Parliament. The whip system, no, emma all the people to party lines. Until the moment you leave your party and become independent, indirectly, you have left your seat. You see, the only thing that I think, say, legally, can stop what the speaker did is that if any of the 4 people, i.e. Amakwe Siama, Cynthia Morrison, Kujua Sante, Peter Kwachiaka, Honorable, if one of them goes to court and says, or put injunction on what the speaker did, fair enough. But for Fenyo Makinde, I believe strongly, say, he and the MPP lack principle. They are very hypocritical in this matter. And the Omu raised the issue about a lacuna in the law, unfairness on the part of the speaker. Speaker conniving with the NDC to place them in a disadvantageous position. I would say, they are only blowing hot air. Secondly, you see, you have voted as parliamentarians. 50 months to the next election. Now, Afenyo Mark and now the minority like Kachre say they are going to boycott Parliament. I believe Ghanaians should be happy. Esan say that we share or how either Ghana for betting tax on e-levy. This is the time my party NDC must do good to Ghanaians. Esan say they are majority now. They can trigger a lot of processes to reverse some of these draconian laws. Edi or how to Ghana for so. And it's clear enough, no, I think the speaker was right in ensuring President Michael Kwe said here, no, he had just followed through, and he was completely right.
But Obiwe Bisa said, look, Michael Kwe na yeah. As at that time, no one who say you're wrong. In this time around, the leader of parliament, leader of government business, Ababeka said, look, when he had a win of it, or call courts, or by any speaker, I said, look, this is what I've heard, and this is the process I've taken. And so, in the arena of good faith, where they can catch a speaker, I didn't think a speaker, and to me, came a Supreme Court, and for someone and Sana were jumping into a conclusion.
That's it. So, I can say you're trying a lot of things from the court before we act, and we can't do anything in this country. I believe, sir, you must never disregard the court. You will be in contempt of court. Yes, what service speaker? So the case at court. What service speaker? And there was no way the speaker has been injuncted in performing his role as speaker. You see, they can earlier on, what did be so? Freedom is not sacrosanct. Say, Parliament, want a right, distinct from judiciary interest, they can do things and go overboard. Yataka Debia said the law is no respecter of persons. Says speaker go against the courts. Now he's in contempt. Process will be followed, he will be cited. But the fact of the matter is that a member of parliament had raised the issue.
Yes.
Haruna Idrisu. I don't think it would have been right. Says speaker will say, case new court into the Metron Trenso. Say court no serving, say ya de aba court hanum say twentwen so ansa ne ndi asem na fair enough menua there are so many issues in court aban running this LGBTQ issue, it was in court. Government was still running. People have taken the EC to court. Bernard Mona, the EC is still running. Yeah, and it's because courts, obiwa court, things will just stay here. Government machinery will break down. But then what bothers me so much in the MPP stance. Naturally, we don't have honest and principled politicians in this country. And Ramiti Afenyo Markins, that was my only conclusion. The conclusion was very simple. Say, if ever the speaker should go with them. By a court the other way around there, the speaker is wrong. You see, politics, amanyo semi your money ye. My young say you're too smart. See, I shall say, enquire aside and qua. Meanwhile, I will insist and state again, say, the speaker did no wrong. The time Michael Quaker said, it's here, man, channel. I didn't see Afenyo Markin even coughing about this matter. One more. Now, Sisiana air affecting. Do you think, sir, Anka, putting these people aside, Sanka affecting NDC and MPP, Anka, will he have spoken? We must be very honest in this country. You see, clearly, history has been made. Say, Abaya, Otia Kunyasono, on this speaker, that's the first thing. The second thing is when they say 50 days to election, the current government having majority has changed to minority. That should tell you something. That the wind of change is blowing. And that I tell you, change will happen on December 7th.
In 2008, Joe Seusu, I don't know, on the first deputy speaker, Sete Jeba, Ofori Kurangu, Sankrofo Myensawe came to parliament as independent candidates.
Yes.
Subsequently, they filed their nomination to contest the next elections as members of the MPP, even though all of them were members. But we never saw, say, threw all these people out of parliament as at that time. Why is it now? Is it because then, now speaker, no, you know, and I said that rule wasn't there because that rule was introduced somewhere. The cross carpet rule was introduced somewhere around 1989 thereabout. And I introduce you, Sadiano. Adentina speakers of mobile and take that law. I enforce so. Knowing very well that the mother constitution make it say, under no circumstances will a session of people not have a representation in parliament.
This is a very intelligent question, and I'm very grateful to that. You see, the law is always there to be tested. See, formulating Rabia, my uncle said those formulating the laws are all knowing and intelligent. My info uncle Kakra, Yansha Abu Ramadan case or the court na Yansha even issue that Martin Pebu took to court with reference to bail. Say, Umobi baila, we can scribe, you can give the person bail. The law can be there. The fact say Obi and tested law and say Obi soon been tested law.
Okay.
That I found a sebi. I was not prosecuted. It doesn't mean that when you go and steal and you are being taken through the law, because okay, appear for fire and why have you come to arrest me? You see, the law should have been, the law is there. But it takes people who are diligent to test the law. That at this point in time, there, I think we should commend the MPP in last 4 years for stepping on the toes of the speaker. Say, and you're right. Say, Obia, Wejina party ticket so, Abba Parliament, Wako independent. You are being dishonest, and deceiving the people. Until the fact say, Joe Seusu and all the names you have mentioned, no, Eba as independent. Omo cross bar MPP said Obian cash interest said the law is not there. Those who created the law, those who crafted the law. You see, that is why we always have a room for interpretation. Yenim very well say Emrano, there will be loopholes in the law. Emrano yes sacrosanct. And someone febo and say loophole be enim. And I believe say how na Idrisu must be commended. And the fact say Obi untested law, no Obi tested interest say the law is wrong. But the fact is that the current Speaker of Parliament was only following a precedent and must be commended by Ghanaians.
And it is a Uber to President not a president in here because there are so many people who are mobile volunteer. Babeka said, look, Babin was wrong in as much as Michael Quay was also wrong. And really, the idea this they've not taken their time to really read what brought about the cross carpet law. Apply. So say these people, Fomena, Amenfi, Suhum, any Gomu Aguna, all these people have no representation in parliament. It is against our fundamental laws. So at all point in time, these people should have a representation. We have that example of SAR. People are speaking about it, say it is not in good taste. Why are we multiplying it?
I agree perfectly with you, sir. Parliamentary representation is very, very important. As I say, we share the Greek principle. We all can go to parliament. As and when we are multiplying in population, you must have a rep in the parliament house. Mijidi perfectly say there is a lacuna in the law. As I say, I will be the last person to say, Yenya about 4 or 5 constituencies that they have no representation in parliament. Okay. I'll be the last person to advocate for that. But the fact is that, why is it that a federal marking, any MPP, this kind of energy, say, this particular ruling by the EC is wrong. People who lack representation, they are not putting in that same force. Abra, for almost 4 years, the people in Central Kofi, Akpafu, Lolobi, and Likwe do not have an MP. They have kept quiet about it. Why is it that all of a sudden, 50 days to the election, they are not rising to the fact that every place must have representation? And what Speaker is doing is wrong. I have mentioned to you earlier, that shows the hypocrisy. You see, Mitie, Professor Jampono, I agreed with him on the score, say, the issue of crossing carpet, we must look at it again. Because a banner will create a situation whereby people will be in their constituencies through no fault of theirs, they will lack a representation through their MPs. I agree. But the fact is that Obia's to be pinpointing say Obia committed a crime, an error by taking such stance. And I'm not saying that they can't speak now. But at the point in time, I'm question in chain, I'm vacating the post, where were all these voices talking? They were all quiet. Nobody spoke about anything. Where I agree with them, they say it is most unfair. Currently, I'm in Central, many MP, 50 days to election. Was like Bosso. Until right now, if they are sharing the national cake, who will be there to fight for us? And a cause for concern. But the fact is that we should be able to make the system so entrenched, say, over parliament on a party ticket. You should remain till the time of parliament elapses. That's what I think can help the street. Otherwise, you're creating room, say, you can be an MP on a ticket of maybe a political party. The moment you enter parliament, and you swear the oath, you must swear, say, you will serve the full term. As you came, you go out the same way, unless probably you are incapacitated through death. And I say, oh, you are already beyond control. If that law comes, I think it will help. But to say, we'll be across the carpet, and until as MP, I disagree completely.
Your flag bearer, John Dramani Mahama Akase, is a sign of victory. Have you tried to look at the party cohesion in a Memphis Central, for example? Say, Neya, Mo MP, and then Mo Yinedi. He has a number of people that follows him. As the leader of your party looking at the party cohesion by making that comment as taking people off parliament is a sign of victory.
That's what I say. Politics is about numbers. And in politics, say one particular person to undermine the general good of the party, I think the party will take a decision. And that decision may not favor a group of people. But if that decision favors the general good, I think we are good to go. So when your party or enter a parliament as minority, not or end it as majority, I think what your mama said is perfectly true. Because it is showing, say, the sign of victory is on the wall. The fact is that if you are telling the Ghanaian people, say, yempe e-levy, yempe betting tax, and we are telling them, say, we lack the numbers to be able to push through. What now will happen is, because you are in a majority, if you are going strictly, the committees in parliament will now change. NDC is supposed to lead all the committees in parliament, apart from the Public Accounts Committee, a coin in the hands of the minority. In general, from Tuesday, the parliamentary committees will change. And when they change, some of the things we say we will implement when we come to power, we have the chance to implement them now. Because the numbers are there.
So by inference, said you can see for now to see a better ban, are we going to see the NDC in parliament trying to pull down something like the e-levy, the betting tax, the emission tax near the adeno? Because now you have the numbers to do so in parliament.
That's it. You see, it's a novel thing. Oko parliament, the leader of government business must be from government. And when I say Free Tuesday, they will boycott parliament.
Yes.
It is something very novel. We must navigate this part with caution. Because now, if there is no government business, what will we discuss? I think, sir, parliament being a law unto itself, using their own standing orders, from Tuesday onwards, I believe Speaker Gbagbin and leadership in parliament will ensure, sir, they will do their things right and fashion out a new rule going forward. If the grounds is laid, now the various committees in parliament are properly constituted, and NDC take charge. Now MPP in parliament, I think there should be a way out. When the way out is set, and we have the chance to be able to amend some of these laws, I did draconian tax like e-levy, emission tax, and betting tax. I have no doubt at all in my mind. Say the NDC I know, leaded or being headed by Ato Forsen, they will ensure say all these taxes we claim, and I believe we will do in power, we will be able to cancel those taxes to help alleviate the suffering of the masses in the country.
Sir, Mahama Kasa is a sign of victory. Yeah, for every parliament. How does it impact the upcoming election?
Thank you very much. You see, sir, why a campaign before when him say any party that is winning the parliamentary election is most likely to win the presidential. The only thing that happened that was different was last election. I know you are a media person of high, people follow elections. And to say, as things stand now, the Ghanaian people are seeing, say, even before the elections in Pono, NDC in opposition is controlling parliament. That should tell you, say, the victory is beckoning. It's getting closer.
Is it not a form taken by the NDC just to frustrate government business?
It's not so. It is a precedent set. We are not frustrating government. We didn't tell City Amorisi to go independent. We didn't tell Asante of Swum to go independent. They are in the NPP and they went as independent.
But it is what the NDC who triggered the petition.
Thank you very much. You see, as a parliamentarian, you are more or less like a watchdog.
But you knew, say, if you trigger that petition and it goes through, it will be to your advantage.
Absolutely. Who will go to...
And if it is to your advantage, you just want to control government. If you control parliament, you control government business.
Absolutely. When I caught into a battlefield, I was okay, let me give my arsenal to my enemy to shoot me.
So if you control government business, then you have all the chance to frustrate government business.
We are not frustrating government business. Those frustrating government business are those in government now. Those who are destroying our water bodies, imposing taxes on us. Those we are telling, say we don't like gayism and lesbianism, who are saying they will not pass the bill. They are those frustrating government business. Those people who are telling us, say, they are giving an ally, go into our forest reserve and go and mine. Those people giving license to Chairman want me to go to the Nimere Forest, they are frustrating government business. So I think Ghanaians should be happy that now, by the special grace of God, the NDC has taken over. And all these things we say we hate, the Galamsey we don't like, don't give an LI to go into our forest to go and mine. Don't bring betting tax. Don't bring e-levy. All these things will be cancelled. I believe strongly, sir, if anybody is frustrating government business, it is government themselves. Prophet Pompom Secretary said, or the report about Bonting, and the people engaged in the Galamsey are in the Flagstaff house. I'm not saying that. Ghanaians are telling you, say, children are being born without limbs, without legs. People are drinking water which has mercury in them and lead. People are dying. These are the people in government who are frustrating the Ghanaians. And I believe, sir, nobody want to frustrate government business. But the fact of the matter is that procedure and law and parliament standing orders, I will say, Gina, now the government in power will have less seats in parliament, and they will not be at the minority side. So be it, to ensure, sir, the law must work and parliament must still run.
But have you looked at it from this point, the political ramification, the proper communication of what has happened in parliament, vis-a-vis what the government want to do for the people of Ghana. So government and to me and fund business is called parliament to see to the well-being of Ghanaians. Would it not come a long way to affect your prospects of becoming or to form a next government in 2024 or 2025? Sorry.
It has no way of affecting NDC prospects. It has no way of impacting badly on Ghanaians. Yama 8 good years. When to me, my situation uncle Yama. Yama 8 good years. What before 4 cedi to $1 to about 16.5. Yama 8 good years. Not sebi galam say cost, but the distraction was not deep as this. Yama 8 good years. There was no e-levy. There was no betting tax. For the first time in the history of Ghana, amount for pension has been touched. Yenya, the former Chief Justice, and old people, senior members of Ghana, demonstration. What is more frustrating than this? Yama 8 good years old. Petrol price is part of your topics today. Yama 8 good years. What creating NAPCO? I'm a coming diomoto now. Yama 8 good years old. Yes, you know say. What is more frustrating than this? That's it. Enti say abanankasa ashen hobone. I'm a Ghanaians are for 8 good years. I don't think 50 days to the election they can do anything good. The fact of the matter is that the same person now okan are now friend who economic risk it. He is now running away from the economic issues now and entering into what? The digital issues. That's it. The fact of the matter is that Nyanku Pankasa have his own way of ensuring if your defeat will come. So this particular standings or changes in parliament tells us only one thing. It tells us that the victory of the NDC is coming again. And only time will tell. 50 days to the elections, change will surely happen. And the frustration is not being done by the NDC. It's a procedure. And NDC now has 136 seats. MPP has only 135. And MPP is minority. NDC is majority in parliament now.
Abusua yagusu atwetwe enkomo ewo aha yebetwa ne ho ne yaba ne mom former MP wonu formena na hye bedwani se ade a wo call separately to sue the Speaker of Parliament ewo ni ruling no so yebehwe Dominic Ayene former Deputy Attorney General so akasa se Omoko Parliament as the majority in Parliament he live in Omberena quickly to me a repeal sa law there are other issues in Crawford Duana the Omano to asemwa see our Parliament Yakoba yebetwan commodity so na Yankupon ya dumona se Benghazi to me ya to was 1 2 year. As I'm running so enough here, the Median in Abana, na or 3 years, Besimono, do other about transit at the Asumo. The mum says, yeah, dear, I'm in trouble home, Nayaba, Yabatwaso.
Sardine in tomato sauces with me deep with me the among and it took wow and the maple flower. ɛni ɛfɛ kɛkɛ.
Wafa, after the news no kitchen habidu.
ɛnyɛ news na mɔtin da biara ho asɛ na mekɔ ewe meka anti ama sardine in tomato sauces with base koko gala bi a mefrɛ
Antiama sardine in tomato sauce. Oba tampa. Sewo pedudu etua. Press 0302 790 353. Ingratui, Eddie Fuajiatu.
Think Media Expert, your one-stop shop for all your audiovisual and event management needs. Concerts, festival, corporate events. We have the latest stage and trusses, lighting equipment, and LED screens to make your event unforgettable. Our team of experts specialize in sound production and audiovisual live streaming, ensuring that your event sounds and looks amazing. Our event setup and sound studio are equipped with the latest technology, staffed by experts, ensuring that your events run smoothly and that your audio content is of the highest quality. At Think Media Experts, we are committed to providing our clients with exceptional service and high-quality audiovisual solutions. Contact us today to learn more about our packages and services.
Locate us 100 meters off the Swan Lake Junction, Otublohum Street, North Kaneshi, Accra.
Think Media Expert, your #1 event house.
Anyway, I say Abba, you better nafi discussion no ye de Abba ne wie ya and sa nkomo a ye twetwe dodo na e wa ha ye the speaker ekokan ye e wo parliament mene election appear Bodi ena ewa ha ono eye director of research at the NDC Youth Wing Western Region sanso ena woye communication team member at the NDC Amanyoko no obeni ma yenwie. Have you looked at the future ramification yenim from 1992 I said the constitution ye juma be pemon they have been serious we about me independence we any other. And then our 2 MPP for. Will you be able to sit and swallow the humble pie in the future if something happens to your party?
That's it, me that's it. So, my count from the beginning said, this particular lacuna can be solved. Say Parliament change almost standing orders now, and Parliament can do it. Quite recent, a lot of changes in their standing orders. What can solve this problem is they should put in the order, say, if you enter Parliament on a party ticket, you cannot switch unless you leave the house. Because you see, the Constitution will always have a lacuna. It will always be there. That is why there are several acts, several LIs and EIs to solve this problem with reference to institutions like Parliament. And I believe, sir, if that is not done, and there is no constitutional amendment or maybe changes, it will continue to happen. What bosso? You see, I may eat the humble pie, say, it can create confusion and discord in Parliament. Because those who have vacated their seat now, they were also voted for. Senior Walker said for me, MPs or Kokoti. Yes, I agree that he has a right to do so. But the fact is that Parliament Nankasa can be able to bring remedies in place to prevent future occurrences. But our man is out there. I think what the speaker did, there is no wrong in that. He will interpret the law, and he will try and use the Parliament standing orders in, bringing ruling, and also based on precedents. Because you do there, by come out there, you'll be able to take it and be able to jubilate. But the fact is that there is no wrong in that. The only thing I see to be morally wrong, they say, we use just one ruling. That is not so right. The interest is not right. The fact is that they must change their standing orders. When that is done, so then they can declare it vacant. Basta what also across the carpet there. They should bring a standing order to be able to stop those future occurrences from happening again.
Nature, I mean, now I say, Nature na Pia Bodi, Director of Research, NDC Youth Wing, Western Region, or no, and so communication team member at the NDC, national, or no, and I'm a nature in common. Near train, sir, Anka Benjamin, a Pia Jew, do not friend Bengazi or Baba Kans, and so you're trying to be a Bibinji one to me and Bambe Drew. You're ready to see our parliament and your tree and como ende. And I'm there and crabby about my quamade Jumadian see on the able wings of Jackson in Tiamoa and in a technical crew, camera, sound, the lighting, sets, and a floor. And I may that in and I was something. It's in a day Jumadian, a real war. Nyankopon ye atomwa eduada yebesatnase na afi ensema ebekọ so wotwe ni brema no yetumi ababetnase asi enekoso ene eyefiada akohwefo birthday enti yefri hei na tese boja ye nko a abusua makra onyame aduma juada